Hello and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. This time I'm here with set 75306 Imperial Probe Droid. It was released on the 1st of May 2021, but it was available for pre-order from late March and set to ship April 26th to arrive in time for May the 1st. So the release date is kind of all over the place. If you want just a general one, it's between April and May 2021. It has 683 pieces, is rated ages 18 plus, and surprisingly enough comes with no minifigures because all of the other droid builds did actually come with a smaller version of themselves. So that is kind of strange, but it retails at $69.99 in euros, $59.99 in pounds, and $59.99 in dollars. So it looks like in euros we're getting the short end of the stick there. The Imperial Probe Droid acted as a reconnaissance droid and was used for deep space exploration by primarily the Galactic Republic turned Empire. So they did use it at the start of the Galactic Republic. I'm not sure if they actually did use it during the Galactic Republic, but almost instantly they had probe droids when they changed, so maybe they did. They could be armed with shields and blasters and had multiple manipulator arms, high torque arms and retractable sensor arms, and could perform various tasks. The most familiar scene with one of these droids has to be on Hoth, where it discovers the Hoth base and transmits a live feed of the power generator to the Empire before getting shot down by Han Solo. LEGO have made a minifigure like Probe Droid in the past a couple of times, and they were always black. However, for this pseudo-UCS set, they seem to have gone for the dark grey, a more accurate look, although it might benefit from an even darker shade. Also, this is one of the first times we've seen a stand made out of snow that actually covers the UCS plaque. Now, of course, we kind of did need a stand for the Probe Droid because he's a flying droid. He doesn't really sit down that well, you know, so we did need a stand. But it's just interesting to see how they've uniformed it and kind of covered the UCS plaque with snow as well. On now to the rest of the box here. I'll just show you the back of the box there before we move on to the review. You'll see the height and dimensions there for the set. You'll also see some kind of reference images there to kind of, you know, cross-reference the droid against the LEGO set. And you'll see the set from a different angle. Now, you won't see much else. The angle doesn't really show much else from the front of the box to the back of the box. So really, if you do want a good feel for this, you're probably just going to have to make it. But without further ado, let's get straight into the review. So here you'll see everything that comes with the set. It literally just comes with itself and the stand. You can take it off the stand, but I'll get onto that in a second. But basically, I'm going to go through play, display, and collectability. And those are the 3 points I'm going to touch on. And if there's any bad points that I can't shove into there, I will do bad points on the end and contrast them with the good points. So basically, first off, we have playability. Now, playability is kind of weird for this one, okay? So you can take it by the stand here, although you will have to fight with some of the hands that are in the way, so you can kind of get it in there. And you can hold it by the stand and kind of mess around with it there as you want. But this is where it kind of gets not great for play. So as you've seen there, this fell off. They are all literally just on these little clips, so they're not that strong of an attachment. So if you do, this is going to go up and down. Sorry, I need to focus there. This is going to go up and down. Like, you're going to hold it up and it just falls. You know, this, it falls because, you know, they're not really that strong of a connection. I'll show you the connection on that one there. You'll see there that it's literally just a little kind of Technic rod with the stud on top, and you put this in. So that it doesn't have that much traction, so it won't actually stay up on its own. Just same with all of them, really. I mean, this is also on that clip I was talking about. This is on the stud I was talking about. This is about to fall off. I mean, that is a big problem for anyone who wants to play with it. But again, I don't really know, is it a play set? Because it's not, like, even me holding it here now, it's not that comfortable because all of the arms are kind of poking into me there a little bit. So I don't think it's really intended to ever have been a play set. But it's just kind of disappointing that it's not a bit more versatile or I don't know, like, you can't do as much with it, you know. So that might be a bit of a problem. Another playability feature is the fact that you can turn the head here. Like, it won't spin that much, like it won't like go like free turning or anything like that. But that's not really a big problem, really. You don't want the head to fly around too fast. It does move its head rather slowly in the films and in the shows and stuff, so that is a bit more accurate. You know, the tension should be there. but it's just another feature that you can turn the head like this, so that is definitely a nice touch. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it for playability. There's not an awful lot of features in it, and the ones that are there don't really work that well. I mean, you can open the hands, like you can open the hands and maybe grab something. I don't really have anything on hand to grab properly, but like maybe you can grab a figure with it or something, like, you know, there's possibilities. But if you're grabbing a figure with it, I suppose it's completely out of scale. Playability wise, it's bad. It's not a play set, like it's not. But the functions on it are a little bit fiddly, you know. Displayability then, basically it's a nice set. I mean, this stand is fabulous. Like, it's really nice the way they've added that in. The snowy base there with the bit of snow around the plaque as well. One thing I will say that I despise and hate with a passion is the fact that they've given us such a big sticker here. So this is just not right. The sticker that big, you try to put it on and then the static electricity brings it and shoves it in the wrong place, and then it gets all crooked. And I mean, I've done an okay job of that one, I think, but the bubbles underneath as well is a big problem for stickers that big. There shouldn't be stickers that big. Now, one thing I will say is don't try it unless you're prepared to try and fix it, but the Probe Droid will actually stand up on his own without the stand, with a little bit of patience and just getting the center of gravity on point there. So that's just something I will mention, just kind of throwing it in there. But displayability, I will say it looks great. You can display it, I mean, because it's a square going into a square, I will mention as well, it doesn't have any studs in there. It just has a tile on the bottom, so that you can actually take this out with ease. So you can display it in one of 4 ways. You can display it like this, you can display it like this, and see, there's another piece gone flying. I'm not sure where it's gone or what piece it was. I know what piece it was. It's fallen off already before when I was doing the unboxing video. But you can display it like this, and then you can also display it like this, depending on what arms you think are nicer and what way you think you can display it better. And then you can also display it like this. So that's the 4 ways you can display it. You can just turn it essentially. And this piece is the one that has fallen off, so give me a second. I think this is one of the best ways to do it, because you have the 2 stronger arms here. You can pretend that they're like, well, not pretend, you can display them like that, or like, you know, you can kind of make a bit more sense out of the whole thing, like that. I think it does look pretty nice there. But I mean, the arms, I did say in the unboxing video that the arms are brilliant and I love them. I loved making them. But now that they're made and I'm trying to display them and move them, that is when the problem arises. So, like, you can, like, move all of them, but it's just, I'm not really that happy with the arms, I'll be honest with you. There could have been a stronger connection. Don't get me wrong, they look great, but, I mean, what's the point of looking great if you're not going to work properly, you know? That is definitely just something worth noting there. Collectability, I will say that is probably a collectible, you know. It's part of the 18 plus range, and also it kind of falls in line with the droid builds, like the R2D2, the DO, the BB-8 builds that have all been released, because they do come with the UCS plaque. Now, something that this one misses that the rest don't miss is the minifigure, the mini version of the figure. Of course, there isn't really a minifigure, it's just a tiny brick-built probe droid that they had released in the past. But again, it still would have been kind of nice to have that in there as well. But other than that, it still is like a collectible set. I mean, it looks well, it's a pseudo UCS set, and it kind of, you know, fits in well with the other droids. So there is a bit of collectability in there. So bad points I've pretty much already talked about. To be honest, one possible bad point that can be rectified really easily is the fact there's a tile down there, and people might not like that because it's a little less sturdy. But to be honest, the way they've built up this base actually keeps it quite sturdy and keeps it in place. Like, I can shake this around and it will stay in there, as you see there, it's fiddling all around the place there, and it still stayed there strong because the way they built this base. So that is a good point about it. That base is actually really nice. Bad points, I will say, there's just a few little bits, like under here there's a few bits that fall off whenever you're trying to hold it. The arms, again, are one of the bad points about it, unfortunately. They look great, but they don't work that well.
But that's pretty much, there's not a lot of bad points about it. Like, he does look great, don't get me wrong. If you find a way to display him that, like, you like, he will look pretty well. But that is pretty much all I can really say. I'm happy with the way he looks, but I'm not happy with the way he works. And I'm really, really impressed with that stand. And that is pretty much the final verdict. Thanks a million for watching my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment down below if you think there's anything that needs to be said. Thanks a million, guys. See you again. Take care.